show tonight. We played the groundbreaking game of guessing if you were on the toilet or not. We also did some prize bartering. That was a lot of fun. Plus, we asked, what did you accidentally put in the group chat? And we met someone who voluntarily put themselves in a Bolivian prison. Enjoy.
Previously on Ben, Liam and Bell.
I spent the day calling Tasmanians posing as someone from the Tassie Devils AFL team. Just wondering if you saw the big launch of Rumman yesterday?
Yes, I did, but I'm in the middle of a wake at the moment.
Oh, my God. I'm so sorry about that.
And now, live across Australia, this is Ben, Liam and Bell.
The old prank call at a wake. You do get that in radio sometimes. She was pretty upbeat, to be honest.
G'day there, Australia. Tonight, we want to know, 13 24 10, have you been somewhere off limits? If you have, get in touch. We got a whole bunch of prizes this week. We got movie tickets, plus we got a PlayStation 5 with games. So get involved, 13 24 10. The reason we want to know if you've been somewhere off limits is because there is video doing the rounds of a tourist climbing the sacred Mayan pyramids in Mexico.
Definitely going to have some sort of hex on him and die young, I'd imagine.
But it's also, that's so rude.
It is.
That is just...
I agree, Belle. It is very rude. Have you seen the video, Liam?
Yeah, he seems like he's trying to get up there real quick without anyone noticing.
Well, the thing I find funny is he seems maybe quite fit because he's charging up the stairs.
Going for it.
And then about 20 metres behind, struggling, is two security guards trying to catch up to him.
They're going to get on the old stair climber at the gym to get ready for a moment exactly like this. But yeah, look, just anywhere off limits, like maybe if you went to the behind bit when you go bowling, you never go back there. Or maybe you were in the staff room at lunch if you weren't a teacher. You know how sometimes like you just wonder what they do in there?
Yeah, the door would open and you'd look in.
Yeah, and they'd be like
"Ooh."
eating a carrot or something. Like, no, this is our time.
A good one could be at the airport. You were looking for your bag and you went through like a random door and you saw the carousel.
That'd be unreal.
Well, good evening to Judy in Melbourne. Judy, where have you been that's off limits?
Hi. So this was a couple of years ago. I was working at the Adele concert, and part of my shift, I was stationed at the front gate to scan tickets. But my shift finished after the first song finished. So my supervisor told me and a bunch of other people to go home. But instead of going home, we found a hole in security, climbed up to a spot above the audience, and we watched the entire concert from there.
Whoa.
That's pretty cool, Judy. I must admit, I thought that story was going to end up with you sneaking into Adele's dressing room.
Me too.
And I overhyped it. And then what you said, it was good, but because I built it up in my head to be so good, I was like, oh, yeah, you saw the concert. Emma in Sydney, where have you been?
An abandoned building that we did a photo shoot in, but it's like completely shut down. No one's meant to go there. Big signs for trespassing, all of that stuff. There's like multiple stories in this building. Half don't have stairs or floors, part walls, all that sort of stuff. And I took my 6-month-old baby with me.
Oh, sorry, it was going very well until you said the old 6-month baby thing with the no stairs. It sounds very dangerous. And no one would find you in there as well. It's abandoned, you know what I mean?
Is this like a newborn photo shoot? Here's me and my 6-month-old in an abandoned building.
Yeah. I thought this was more like an emo thing when you were, it was like 2010 or something. But no, you're doing just a really like crazy baby shoot.
Who needs a nice white background when you can have an abandoned building?
That's it. Annette in Melbourne. Where did you go off limits?
Hi, I ended up in Google headquarters accidentally at Chelsea Markets in New York.
Whoa! Google headquarters. I'm sure there's like big TVs up everywhere and they're spying on us, seeing what we're doing in our homes.
No, it's real. There's no signage at all. And my partner and I went in an elevator with a whole bunch of other people and started going up. And we saw all these famous names as the doors opened. And then we got to the top and we didn't know how to get out. And a security guard looked very upset.
And how did you end up in this situation in the first place?
We just followed the crowd and went up an elevator that was unmarked.
Yeah, right. And what about these famous names you're talking about? Who'd you see?
Oh, there was like Jay-Z and I don't know, all these American celebrities. And suddenly we saw a Google sign and went, oh, shouldn't be here.
Was it Google or was it the Illuminati headquarters by the sounds of things? Brody, what about you? You've been somewhere off limits.
I have. I've been on the Egyptian pyramids.
Oh,
What?
come on, man.
Now, when you
can't
say
be doing
on,
that.
now I've seen them, and there's like different levels. Like some people might lean on the pyramid, some people might go on the first kind of brick. How high up
Only
were you?
probably about 3 steps up.
Okay, yes.
But
But
was
are they,
it-
Yeah,
are they
they're
like
not like-
3 meter high steps sort of thing?
Oh, they're pretty big. They're at least half like your body.
Right, and this
They're
was a
huge.
roped off bit that you shouldn't have gone
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, we had so we were on holidays, and one of our friends was Egyptian and kind of snuck us into the back area, and we just got a couple of photos, and we were even lucky enough while I was standing up there, I accidentally kind of kicked aside, and we ended up taking a piece of the pyramid home.
Oh.
Brody, don't you feel
dude.
bad? That's
I was
so disrespectful.
almost gonna be like, I don't know. I suppose if you knew like an Egyptian guy, like it's kind of their thing, and then I kicked a bit off and took a bit home. It's like that thing of like if you go to the beach and everyone takes a shell, there'll be none left. But if everyone who goes to the pyramids of Giza kicks off a chunk and takes it home in their suitcase, it's not going to be there in a couple of years, guys.
Craig, you've been somewhere off limits.
I have. Quite a few years ago when we were backpacking in South America, my wife and I bribed a prison guard to go inside a prison, to get inside.
Hang on, Craig, no one does that. You understand how insane that is, right? I mean, people, might try and bribe their way out or get a better deal, a bit of extra lunch in the yard, but no one pays money to go to prison.
I know. Looking back, it was the most ridiculous decision. Prison is in La Paz in Bolivia, and it's they run a whole little society like in there. Like prisoners, the inmates live with their families, and they give you a tour of the prison. Our inmate was a Swedish guy. He lived in there with his wife and his 2 or 3 year old kid.
Whoa.
And they basically took us. He showed us his cell. He took us through. There was like a kingpin, I guess, there. And then, but he didn't have a cell. He had like 7 or 8 rooms. He had a pool table.
Imagine that, though. Like, in Australia, if your dad's been a bit of a dead shit, has to go to prison, it's no good. But if you're in Bolivia, like, Dad, not again. Like, I've got your 12 exams. I don't want to live in prison with you for another 4 years.
Craig, you have got to be the only caller in Australia that's been inside a Bolivian prison.
I reckon so.
By
and,
choice.
And been out to tell the tale about, I mean, it actually sounds kind of sweet when you mentioned about the pool table and stuff. I'm like, especially with the, cost of living crisis, I'm kind of tossing up doing some wild stuff in Bolivia.
You like that feeling in your ear holes? That's the Ben, Liam and Bell podcast.
Hi, I'm James Earl Jones, and this is Ben, Liam, and Bell's Pick the Flick. Simba.
One of the great voices. Obviously in The Lion King, also did Darth Vader, James Earl Jones.
I thought it was going to be I Am Your Father. Interesting, went for a different line.
Yes, and obviously he recorded that for us before he passed away. So
He did.
thank you, James. Yes, he died last year, September.
Oh,
But he must have
really?
recorded that in the August or something, just before he passed.
So we must have so many in the can.
We've got tons in the can. Yeah. Maverick is 14 years old. He joins us. He's playing Pick the Flick against Ben this evening. You're a bit of a movie buff, Mav. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, nice, mate. What was the last movie you saw?
Hunt for the Wilder People. I watched it with my nan the other night.
Oh, mate, that's a goodie. That is a real good one. Okay, well, I don't know if you've heard about this, but there's been a bit of controversy about this Snow White remake. They're calling it woke. It's been slammed. It's like the lowest rating thing ever on Rotten Tomatoes. So we are doing live action remakes. Your name is your buzzer. It is first to 3. Movie 1, Ben versus Maverick. Nothing says innovation like replacing hand-drawn charm with CGI and bad costumes. A boy raised by wolves navigates the dangers of the wild with help from a laid-back bear and a panther.
Ben, The Jungle Book.
He's done it.
Look for the bare necessities, the simple.
He got you there, Mav.
necessities.
You're going to need this next one, mate. Nothing says innovation like replacing hand-drawn charm with CGI and bad costumes. A boy is framed for his father's death and exiled, only to return later and confront his uncle's tyrannical rule. And to be fair.
Come on, Maverick.
He befriends a meerkat and a warthog
Come on, Maverick.
that drop philosophy about the circle of life?
Ben.
Maverick.
I mean, he gave you fair. Look, Mav, I think Ben got in first, but you know what? Because we like you, we're going to give you this one. So what is it?
Lion King.
It is the Lion King. All right, live action remakes. Pick the flick. A curious sea dweller trades one of her senses for a body part to explore. Yep.
Little Mermaid.
Got him.
Since life is really
All right, Mav. You can draw this if you get it, or Ben could take the win here. A fashion-obsessed villain becomes way too invested in making a coat. Yep.
101 Dalmatians.
Oh, gee whiz.
Cruella de Vil.
Okay, I feel
Too
like
young to drive, but he's not taking prisoners, Maverick. Ben meant business this evening.
gave one shot, and then after that, nah, no more.
Thanks for playing, man.
Maverick, you know what, mate? I am going to give you some tickets to go to the movies. You enjoy those.
Thank you.
No worries. Cheap Tuesdays at Hoyt's.
If you put on our podcast as you go to sleep, this one's for you.
13 24 10. Give us a buzz if you have accidentally put something in a group chat. It could have been maybe a message about someone and that person was in the chat. It could have been an inappropriate picture or something. Or maybe you added the wrong person to a chat. Because big news today, there was an editor-in-chief of a newspaper over in the US, the big dog of the newspaper. He accidentally got put into a group chat with like all these Trump and political advisors all talking about their war plans. Now, this group included like Trump's chief of staff, the Secretary of Defense, the Secretary of State, the National Security Advisor, the Vice President, and then old mate from the newspaper is in there. And he's now written an article and it's titled "The Time Trump's People Put Me in the Wrong Group Chat." And it's amazing.
That is crazy. I mean, it's like, because you just assume they're in these big boardrooms and there's like really thick glass and it's like cone of silence sort of stuff, and they have the war rooms in the bunkers, but they're like on Snapchat on a group going like, what do you reckon? Should we drop a nuke, lol? And they're like, nah, I shouldn't, like taking photos with the button like,
Yeah, they are.
Wow,
But, you know,
okay.
I'm kind of not surprised at the same time because, you know, they're all about being modern and like, we're all mates. And I feel like there would be a group chat with Trump and Elon
Everyone's
Musk.
got group. We've got group chats.
Yeah.
Everyone's got group chats.
We got a big work group chat that I'm in, we're all in, and I didn't go to the Christmas party last year, but I remember waking up the day after the Christmas party and there was multiple removed messages, yourselves included. I think there was a lot of people dropping things in there and then removing them, which is a great feature that Facebook has included.
Very good invention, the unsend to everyone button. Fantastic.
But it's like, it always looks more sus because it's like, what was there? Tell us.
Gemma in Sydney joins us now. What was accidentally put in the group chat?
We have a group chat on Teams for my workplace, and my boss put in the chat, "Hey, babe, I'm going to get some wine. I've had a rough day at work. What would you like?" And then he added a couple sneaky emojis at the end.
That's
I mean, that's kind of nice. It's not like I'm sick of all these bitches in the office, like especially Gemma. I
I'm
can't
probably going to
stand
fire her tomorrow.
Gemma, I am going to give you a copy of Assassin's Creed 5.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries at all. Assassin's Creed Shadows is the name of it, available now on multiple platforms. We have got more copies of that to give away tonight. Plus, you go in the running to win a PlayStation 5. 13 24 10 is our number on Nova. What was accidentally put in the group chat?
Michael, what did you accidentally put in the group chat?
Hey guys, yeah, so leading up to my wedding, I put in our boys' chat the details of the wedding, like to meet the night before, have a few drinks, whatever. And I just remembered one of the blokes in the group chat wasn't invited to the wedding.
Oh, dude. I mean,
How'd you do that?
How'd you do that? I mean, obviously close enough to be in the group chat, but just didn't make the cut.
Oh, my wife doesn't like him, so he's a
Yeah.
bad influence on the piss, and so
Hey,
got told not to invite him.
everyone's got a mate who their wife doesn't like. Huh?
Liam's got 4.
13 24 10. Who's the mate your wife doesn't like?
Tash in Melbourne. What was accidentally put into the group chat?
A sneaky little photo of myself directly to my bosses.
Oh.
Okay. And was it just like a nice professional selfie with you, sort of with like a blazer on and some glasses? Or
One you send your husband when he's
Yep.
working overseas.
Okay. And how long was that stint of him being overseas, just so I know how raw it was?
Like 3 months.
Oh, dear. Oh, dearie me. No
Tash,
good.
how did you do that?
Yeah, and so in my phone I have my husband's name saved under husband,
Mm-hmm.
and my boss's name is Hassan.
There's your problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to change that, Tash.
Well, you know what? You can take Hassan to the movies if you want. We're going to give you a double pass to go to Hoyt's on Cheap Tuesdays.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
No worries at all, Tash. Can I ask, how did the bosses take the receiving of the photo?
I lasted 3 more weeks in the job, purely because I couldn't face them. Like, Hassan would look at me and just smile, and I was like, go away. Go away.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Probably better you left than you got like a promotion, I suppose. I
Yeah,
don't know.
or fired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That also seems problematic.
It's a tricky one. I know. What's he supposed to do? I mean, like, I don't know. There's no right thing to do at that point.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Tash.
maybe don't invite him to the movies, but you can enjoy $13 movie tickets with Cheap Tuesdays at Hoyt's.
The Ben, Liam and Bell podcast. Wait, is Liam that guy from TikTok? Oi, stop gooning. The next bit's about to start.
This is pretty wild. A passenger in the US was kicked off a flight mid-air for being on the toilet for too long. It's just constipated. He was in there for 20 minutes, and the pilot kicked the door down, dragged him out with his pants around his ankles.
Oh, that's such a man thing to do as well, may I say.
20 minutes, that is quick.
That is quick.
Do you know what I mean?
You sit on your phone, or I don't know what you're doing, and you sit there like it's just, you can be there all day.
The classic is, like, my wife will knock on the door and she'll be like, are you alive? I'm like, yeah.
Oh, when Christian comes out, I sometimes say, oh, you're here.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah, I've heard that one before. But we wanted to play a game this evening, and we're going to need you to call 13 24 10, whether you're on the toilet or you're not on the toilet.
We want to guess the position of your underwear. We want to guess if you're sitting on the loo over there.
Can we guess if one of our callers this evening is on the toilet just by hearing their voice? Jay, you're in Geelong. How you doing there?
Yeah, not too bad, boys. Beat yourself.
Oh, Bell's here too.
Fine.
Sounding...
I'm
Yeah, no, good. You sounded pretty relaxed there, Jay.
of course, always.
Jade, to me, initially doesn't sound like he's all the way relaxed.
Yeah,
you know.
No, I get what you mean.
Dad, where are you?
Very good.
They're doing a bit. I think you're trying to sell it too hard, Jay. I don't think you're on the toilet.
Yeah, okay, I'm not.
Good on you, though, Jay. Good bit.
Yeah.
I like it. Lily, you're only 13. I hope you're not on the toilet, but how's your day been?
You there, Lily?
Yeah.
Yeah. How you doing so far?
Good.
Doing good? I mean, you do sound nervous.
Yeah.
So maybe she is.
I'm nervous.
No, I don't think you are, Lily.
Yeah, I think you're not on the toilet, Lily.
I am.
Oh, we're wrong.
Okay. Well, thanks for calling.
For
some reason, it feels like you have to be over 18 to play this game.
Yeah.
No, I think it's fine.
I think everyone goes to the toilet. Everyone goes to the toilet. Nothing weird about it.
I think it's fine. Hey, Lily, you tricked us, which means you get a copy of Assassin's Creed.
Thank you so much.
No worries at all.
She's busy.
It's the highly anticipated Assassin's Creed Shadows, available now on multiple platforms.
Let's move to Mick. How are you?
Yeah, g'day, guys. How you going?
Once
Pretty
again,
good.
he almost sounds exactly like Jay. You know what I
You
mean?
reckon? I don't know.
Nah, I think Mick
Hey,
is on it.
what have you been up to today? What do you do for a crust, Mick?
Yeah, I'm a Sparky, mate. But this is my favourite time of the day.
Yeah, okay, so you could be an evening man.
What did you have for
Yeah.
smoko today, Mick?
Yeah, pie and sauce.
Yeah, you're definitely on the toilet, mate. You're on the toilet, aren't you?
No, I'm talking into a beer can.
I love the creativity. that this is bred. This is a good one. Good on you, Mick.
That bit was Baby Gronk approved.
Now, we love giving away prizes here on Nova, but sometimes, in fact, very rarely, this is in my experience of 10 plus years in radio, this is the first time it's happened, people give them back.
Yeah. The other night, we were speaking about how I accidentally prank called someone at a wake. And obviously that was a very inconvenient time to answer your phone. And then we were asking people to call through if it was inconvenient for them. So we had people like calling through from Hungry Jack's ride through or like a shower. And then we had this call from another person who was also at a wake. Her name was Dee. Have a listen.
I'm actually at a wake. I stepped out for a smoke. I had back-to-back smokes because I haven't had some for ages. And I love the radio station, so I've got the app on and I'm listening to what's going on. And it came up to say, call if it's a bad time. And I thought, this is the worst time.
Now, Dee, we loved having you on the show. We gave you a 12-month Kayo subscription, but then you called us back and said, thank you for the prize, but I'm actually not going to use that. Is that right, Dee?
Yes, that's right.
Look, we really warmed to you, and we found that was a very kind gesture. Kayo's amazing. So many people want to get their hands on it. You got the footy for the whole year, but you were just honest and you're like, hey, look, someone else can have it. They might want it more than me. And we were like, that's a great gesture. But Dee, we thought, because there are so many people who want a Kayo subscription, maybe we could put that out there. We could put that prize back out into the pool, and people could call 13 24 10 if they want a Kayo subscription, and they could offer you something else instead. So let's find out a little bit about you, Dee. You've got 3 kids, is that right?
That's correct. Yep.
And what do you like doing in your spare time?
If I get any spare time, I like to pamper myself, get to do something for myself instead of for the kids.
Pamper yourself.
So
Okay.
maybe like a nice spa massage, like voucher, something like that.
That's right.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, right. Yeah, that's
Yes.
nice.
Do you
Definitely.
have like a favourite TV show you like watching?
No, not really. Don't really have time for that.
Okay.
With the 3 kids and work and housework, there's no time for myself.
Well, what about Dee with the kids? Is there anything you need for them at the moment?
Well, they really want to go to the Easter show.
Okay.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, well, look,
And yeah,
people are starting to call through 13 24 10. Please call through. If you've got something to offer Dee, we will have hopefully like a bunch of options and you can choose something awesome in return for your Kayo subscription. Mia joins us now. You're 18 in Melbourne. What have you got for Dee?
I do lots of babysitting, so I'd be more than happy to babysit, look after her kids while she goes and gets herself looked after.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, you are in Melbourne though, Mia, so you would have to drive to Sydney. Like that is that. I mean, that's pretty hectic.
Or, well, unless Dee, if you organise maybe a weekend for yourself in Melbourne,
yeah.
bring the kids,
Girls
Mia
trip.
can look after them.
Uh-huh.
There's one option for you, Dee. Let's move to Amy, who is in Sydney. Amy, what would you like to offer up to Dee?
I can offer up a facial/spa treatment for Dee.
Oh, I mean, that's like what you were saying, Dee. You like being pampered, right? I mean, surely you're feeling pretty good about that right now. Okay, all right, well...
Oh, wait, well, let's just assume, Amy, you are a masseuse, yeah?
Not myself, but my best friend is, and I work really closely with her. So.
Yeah, right. And does your friend know about this little arrangement yet?
Yeah, she's aware. She's listening, so she knows.
Okay,
Cool.
Then you get the KO. All right.
We see how it works. Jess, what would you like to offer the wonderful Dee?
That's me.
Sorry, say again, Jess?
A chicken.
A chicken. What do you mean, a chicken?
A live chicken.
A lot.
What do
Poultry.
you mean, Jess? Is that your pet?
Yeah, I have 14, so it's okay.
Dude, that's a lot
Yeah,
of
right.
chickens.
Is it laying eggs?
Yeah, they lay eggs as well. And there's a shortage in eggs at the moment, so pretty good deal.
That is very true.
Dee can confirm. That's the thing, I suppose. Yeah, the cool thing is you get the chicken, but then you're getting multiple eggs after. I mean, it's not a pamper, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a good pet for your 3 kids as well there, Dee. I don't know.
They chew a lot.
They do, yeah. Look, just to recap for those joining us, Dee, you have a 12-month Kayo subscription. You're looking to trade. Mia said she'd babysit the kids. Amy offered a facial/spa treatment. Jess wanted to give you a live chicken. But the choice is yours. Who do you want to trade with?
Definitely Amy.
Alrighty, Amy, you got yourself that KO subscription.
Amazing. Thanks, Dee, and hopefully
thank
you'll
you.
enjoy the spa treatment.
Wonderful.
I definitely will.
And now I feel like we need to get Amy's friend something for now giving the spa treatment, but that's just a
yeah.
whole
Well,
vortex we're falling into.
Thanks for calling up. Good luck, everyone. And Jess, good luck with your 14 chickens.
Hey, thank you. I think I'll keep him now.
Yeah.
Good on you, Jess.
And that's it.
Like that podcast? There's heaps more to listen to if you just scroll back or download the Nova Player app.
Ben, Liam, and Bell.